for the Ember Spirit and Pango.
Why don't you go on? What about Enchanters, for example, against Chen?
Enchantress against Chen.
To enchant the creeps that he gets.
Yeah, but for me, about the creeps.
It's about
It's about the heal, but it's also about the creeps. But the heal is the main thing, and the teleporting. Because right now the meta is about trying to outmaneuver, get the better matchup.
better lanes.
So you need to scout, blah 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 blah. But when you have Chen, I have this button where I can just click and I get the right matchup.
Nothing really stops that, to be honest, right? Unless you go for like maybe mobile heroes.
I mean, it's very hard to deal with personally. That's why I think in the right hands, Chen is very, very strong. And as usual, as usual, they go for the early Shadowfiend pick. I think they did this 2 days ago.
Oh, there's the way to deal with the heals, I mean,
yeah, but I still think it goes 2 ways, because you can deal with the heal, but you don't deal with the push early.
Yeah.
If Chen manages to snowball with the Shadowfiend, gets creeps, Shadowfiend's hitting your tower, you don't feel so good as a. But if you're able to get a good start, you win your lane, and then you are the one initiating and jumping onto the Chen, then it feels good for the AA, because then you're stopping the heal if you're getting initiation. But otherwise, I think it's both ways. You know, the Chen is good against the AA in some ways. The AA is good against the Chen to limit the heal. Or remove the heal, not limit the heal.
Yeah, remove it altogether. Yeah.
And when you pick Chen, you always want to have great heroes that you can recall to get, like a partner. Tusk, Earth Spirit, Tiny. I mean, you get the idea. Like this.
Here's like a roam, but there's these.
Yeah, some stuns, and you can utilize him to set up kills early.
Yeah,
you don't want to pair the Chen like that's a terrible combination. Chen with
static lane.
Kotal, like okay, maybe Kotal is terrible. Phoenix,
that's so bad.
Plus 4 Phoenix.
Okay,
I mean, I'm trying to make a terrible
purposely
terrible duo, so that you get the point. You know?
I can see the boss for Phoenix being really bad with Chen. Yeah, that's a good example. Yeah, Chen just works well with the pos 4s in the meta, though, as you mentioned. Like most of the pos 4s in the meta do suit the Chen plays.
Yeah.
Or Tiny, Tusk.
I think it's not just about the pos 4s. It's like what I mentioned, the importance of the matchup when you are trying to pick, because everyone's picking the flex.
The lanes
heroes.
are so strong.
The flex heroes, yeah, the good lane heroes, and then you need to figure out what they're doing, and you're like, oh, we can't lane this hero against that hero. Oh, you can't lane this hero against that hero. The team with the Chen, bring it on. We have the free teleport. Let's try to out mind gamers.
And then because of his push, then you use the snowball from the early game to reduce your map, and then choke you, and then it just becomes.
Yeah, it's just very good in the right hands if you know how to use him. And again, it's the same with the Takis. It's not just about you being able to play the Chen. It's about your teammates. Why are you rolling your eyes? I'm not gonna say anything about the Takis. I'm just about to explain about the Chen not being just about the guy playing the Chen. It's about the teammates. You need to remember, oh, that's the recall. The recall is the important part of the game that everyone needs to understand. Okay, I can take this extra wave because we have recall. I can gank this lane and use my TP to farm another lane because I have the recall. If that's not in your mind, you're not using the Chen, then it's bad. Then you pick the Chen.
I actually think Shadowfiend is one of the better heroes as well in that regard to combine with the Chen. He's really useful with the recall. He pushes lanes relatively quickly.
Dragonite, Shadowfiend, DP, those heroes are generally great with the recall.
Yep. Also high early tempo.
Or you want to have, say, like an Elk. Elk used to be, like Chen Elk used to be a thing.
That's because the healing
3-4 months ago. Maybe not 3-4 months ago, like end of the year last year.
It was TI material, the Elk Chen.
Yeah, last year.
Yeah. Well, it was because the healing as well. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, the healing, the aura, and you secure his lane easily because it's safe lane Elk.
Chen was a bit stronger back then. The lane.
The aura was better.
The aura was better, and the creeps were better.
The creeps and the recall was on the aura, right? Yeah, the recall was not on the W. It was on the aura back then. Then they changed it over. Then they changed it over because it was too imbalanced. Then you would get the recall and the aura in the.
You just win easy. You didn't have to do anything else. You didn't even have to level creeps.
Puck owns.
Puck owns.
Ember, Pango, Void Spirit, one call, GG.
You pick Puck off lane then?
Yeah, why not? Puck off lane with Tiny. You laugh, but it's true.
I'm not laughing, I'm saying. I'm not.
You giggle.
I giggle at your excitement.
Because
you excite me.
Call is GG.
I think Coil's very strong. I don't think Geek Fem's lineup is that great at dealing with what they have. Because Void Spirit can't lane mid. I don't think Ember's the great.
They have 2 flex.
Yeah, but neither of them is
too many flex heroes like Ember and Void Spirit.
Yeah, because what are you laning against Shadowfiend? Seriously, neither is good.
Yeah, that's why it's not a good. That's not a good overall.
So you think there's something that can do the puck thing as well?
The way they are drafting right now, it means that the Void Spirit is off lane. That's the only way they can make
for Geek Fam?
Yeah,
100%. You can't.
That's the only way they can make this lineup and composition mode.
You lane in mid, you lose the game.
bold words.
Yeah, honestly, Shadow
Just
Fiend versus
watch.
Void Spirit, I think it's
Void
the
Spirit mid, they pick some offlane, I don't know whatever offlane is, they win the game. I'm gonna call you out.
Remaining.
Okay, I'm ready to take that bet. I will take it on GG bet.
It feels like I set it up for it, but
He does all this time. He literally end the game and he has a notebook. It's like, all right, how can we shield better? And he just has a bunch of ideas. Winter.
the only ideas I have is about what colors mix together to get
You
brighter
mean
colors.
Great drafts and how you can analyze these teams better. He's the most hardworking analyst
Dire
that's
team
spends his whole
battle.
time just looking at drafts and Dota buff.
Oracle. Wait, what? They think the.
I think Tiny is off. Chen offlane? We
Dire
have seen that.
team
Okay.
I don't think it is.
I don't know what do they think. But
I don't think this is. I think Puck is still pretty good. You can still go. You can actually go.
yeah, Puck is all niche.
And Centaur will be fine too, to be honest.
I think you prefer to have a range hero.
10
That's okay.
seconds
It's
remaining.
not wrong. Like
I'm
you said.
suggesting other options, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You-
Open it.
you
Mars will be
wanna-
fine. Okay.
5
You want to
seconds
have,
remaining.
for the lane sake, Nature's Prophet. Nature's Prophet is fine too, so they can push a lot. Nature's Prophet, Chen, Shadow Fiend, they're gonna hit a very strong timing fight.
True. That's true. And then PA could go
And
Desolate.
A doesn't do anything to P core,
You did say that about Venom. So.
but they were not on the same lane. The MP was mid.
Oh, it's true. You're right.
Yeah,
You're totally right.
they were not the same lane.
You're totally right. Yeah. We'll see what Adroit does here, honestly. I mean, I don't think the pool is that extensive that we can keep some heroes, to be honest. You didn't go LC this game.
Yeah,
Radiant team
it's
pick.
decent. Sand King, this is one of his favorite heroes. I think Bok likes to play the
He
hero.
does a lot. Actually, it's actually pretty decent here as well.
Really? If they pick a AM, you're gonna cry. AM wrecks you in the lane.
Even then you picked AM until PA and Shadow.
You win the lane, and you think about the game later. You-
That is what Dota is slowly becoming.
5 seconds
I
remaining.
mean, it's very hard to pick because they need a win condition, right? They don't have win condition. Their lanes are not great because they have Pango, Void Spirit, Ember. All these heroes are very weak in the lane, so it doesn't feel very good. You pick them together. They are flex picks, yes. They have catch, yes. They have team fight, yes. They have damage, yes. But they're all very weak in the lanes. So they need to at least win the carries lane. And if they don't even get to do decent in that lane, you're losing all 3 lanes. And then everyone knows what happens when you lose all your lanes. Just lose in 10, 15, 20 minutes.
What fixes this then? What fixes the...
It's very hard to fix the drop. You have to choose to have one or the other.
What do you mean?
Either you choose someone that can win the lane but doesn't really feel very good against hero, but at least you can play the game because you're gonna win your lane. Because if you choose someone that's really good with your draft but weak in the lane, you're most likely gonna lose all your lanes. If you look at our heroes, it's gonna be Void Spirit, Pango, Chen, PA. You're not gonna win that lane. Ember mid against SF, you're not gonna win that lane.
Jug.
Jug.
You may now select
I mean,
your
Spectre's good
heroes.
against PA, but he has the same problem with the other 2 cores. He's gonna lose his lane.
He's really bad against Zac.
Yeah, he doesn't do well in the lane.
He's also not good against Shadow.
I mean, the only thing, like I said, the reason they pick is good against PA. The call-to-call matchup is good. It's great. But he's against a Chen, so there's a lot of heal, there's a lot of sustain. Unless the AA lands the ice boss on everyone that he's going on. It's very, very hard for them to play this game.
Weak lanes. And also, the tempo for Adroit is really good. They have a very explosive tempo, especially if they go Tezo and PA if they want to.
Yeah, I think it's actually better to go that sort of game because if you look at the overall composition, Chen, SF, means that you can play really, really
Oh,
fast.
what? That's Ember Spirit.
10
4.
seconds remaining.
Okay, I don't
Okay,
mind the
that
Ember.
is actually, that might be
5
better.
seconds
I think
remaining.
then you go Pango mid though. You can't go for.
No, they Cuckoo's on Pang.
Yeah, but still, we've seen that goal happen before. I don't think Carl can play Pango. No, I'm not sure. Here's the GG bet odds, by the way. Forget about mirrored. So go bet on GG bet. Add some spice to your life. Add some spice to your games. But do it responsibly. Do not overbet. And now we're gonna announce, or we're gonna spice it up as well with a potential vote that you could have to see who can get a brand new Mercedes-Benz. Here's the MVP trailer for all of you to enjoy. So here's the matchup that we're about to witness. We're about to go into game number 1 of Geek Fam versus Team Adriot.
The Sharks are looking good.
The Sharks are looking good, that's why they're skilled.
What's the word? Handy, right? You said.
Handy, yeah. Handy is a literal translation, but the connotation of handy in Spanish or French is
Prepare for battle.
Prepare
Lacaz.
for a lesson.
Lacaz.
Yeah, that's in Tagalog. It means skillful or pro.
Next time.
All according divine.
White.
Your anger is
I don't think I can say these
All
things,
according to plan.
but this reminds me of my pubs.
Let's mute.
Yep.
Mute chat, clear chat.
Clear chat, please, before Twitch gets reported. He's actually, our observers pretend to mute. Right, lovely. Okay,
Ring. He started with ring. Nice.
That's a
It's
good
actually
idea.
Yeah, it's a good idea. You're gonna need the soul ring. What do you think about Spectres going Necrobook? I actually kind of like that.
I do like the Necrobook this game.
I like it on here. I like it on heroes that cannot
30
farm.
seconds
Yeah, so
to
Spectre's a
battle.
good idea for them. Also, the stats suit you very well.
Regen, HP, and mana regen and HP. So what's the idea
Oh,
behind
they are running Void Spirit mid.
Burst Spirit support here? So it's basically another Dragonite support, but he's not as
No,
tanky.
no, that's not
No?
No, Ember support has actually been played before. Quite a, like even
So
as,
it's actually more logical than a DK support.
I mean, you know, we have to eat our words because they won yesterday, but it is a hero that, like, the whole idea is, first of all, you have a pretty decent damage early because Flame Guards, you're in chains, wherever you go, you know, a lot of damage.
You think he's played for the damage? Isn't he just like played for the setup? Because he has very
No,
easy setup without
so
dagger.
I'm saying in the lane, damage is good.
Oh,
Then you
the lane.
rotate to the mid game where the setup is fantastic, right? As used. But you bring both. You bring damage and setup. I mean, you're just an Ember. You're playing Ember just with.
But in the early few levels, I feel like, what do I do? As an
Just
Ember?
run at them with.
Yeah, what do you do?
You run at them with Flame. That's it. What I disagree with a lot is this. I think this match is one of his worst. I think it's worse than Quap.
Corp's not that bad. You can dodge the poison.
Yeah, that's why I think it's worse. Thank you for proving my point.
Dude, look at the last hit. He's 4-1.
Yeah, because the first, until level 3, then you have a slight advantage. I mean, you're a Void Spirit. You're one of the strongest laners with Shadow Fiend. Unless, well, okay, I will say one thing, a caveat to this match. Some Void Spirits I've seen go for a very aggressive build with the Aether Remnant and Pulse, and you do have a lot of kill potential.
But what's the point of getting dissimulate this
To
thing?
evade the raises.
Just for the race?
Yeah, to evade the raises you don't done that. Because otherwise, if you make a misstep, like the thing is, that Void is played perfectly. Because if you make a misstep, they will kill you.
But if you do that, it removes all the possibility of your supports coming to gank your lane the first few levels, right? Because if you don't have the Aether
Yes.
Remnant, they can't really help you. It's hard.
No, you still go for Aether Remnant, just if you
Oh,
kind
you
of
delay it. You delay it.
Yeah,
So it's like 1-1-3.
yeah, 1-1-3. Or I've seen 2-1-2 as well, if you want more aggressive.
1-2 doesn't sound that great because you want to use your Resonant Pulse. That's the
Yes.
spell you're using most of the time.
Yeah, but it maxes out the damage in terms of efficiency. Bok, gonna go down. No! The Tango saves him, but they do hit him with a cold feet. I don't know how White wants Storm there.
Is this the hero?
I'm not sure how White wants Storm there, to be honest.
He has Spectre Dagger on his ass.
Oh, yeah.
That provides vision, friend.
Now, next time when you do analyze like that, don't say it like a snarky ass. Just tell me. That's nice. Yeah. Yeah. So okay, he's actually doing fine without simulating at all. In fact, Healthy's not doing well at all. Okay, this makes me doubt if I'm
Hey,
saying
what?
the right thing.
16-6?
Yeah, this is ridiculous. This is a huge win from Carl. I'll take it back. Whatever. I mean, I don't know the matchup whatsoever. Usually, I will tell you that Shadow Fiend wins this late, but apparently not at this point.
Is this worse than the Void battle that happened to me?
I think we're on the same. We're 1-1.
1-1.
Really dividing. It's actually nice though that co-caster that can divide the message.
So which one is worse? Oh, now my A is it?
Is that he's not a support. You're wrong about that. I mean, once you get level 3 on stanking, it becomes. Or no, he's not level 3.
Level 2, stun and same stun.
Yeah, stun is stun. But Sandstorm gets really strong.
Yeah, but right now the Spectre and the Void Spirit are doing way better than I expected in the lane.
Yeah, me too.
How about the off lane?
The off lane is relatively even. I mean, this is to be expected.
I mean, this is great for the Radiant team because they don't have the. I mean, we keep talking about how they have the weaker heroes in the lanes, and right now they're proving us wrong. All the lanes are going well. They draw 50-50 top. They are winning mid somehow. They are winning bot. They are winning.
There we go. Carl might die here. Might die. No, I think. Yeah, he's waiting for the raise. That's the hugging the Shadow Fiend technique. Hug the Shadow Fiend. Don't let him kill you, but you messed up.
Oh, if the Tiny took the kill, I'll be so triggered.
Yeah, that would have been triggering TP. That's what I mean, though. If you don't get stimulate, these things happen as a void. That's why you get stimulate.
So you don't want to be too greedy.
It's not, I think it's cocky. I think it's the actual word. I think you're really arrogant.
Carl is cocky.
A subtle bird.
He's a very cocky player. He is a very cocky player.
I mean, confidence is good. We would say he's cocky. You say he's arrogant.
Confidence and cocky are both sides of the same coin.
Yeah, yeah. It depends on what spin you put on it, right? It's marketing.
Too much towards the other end.
Well,
but you can't play Dota without confidence.
No, of course not. I mean, you wouldn't start playing Dota in general. Because of 2K players. Root, almost match. I don't know. Oh, the steering chains actually is how they got him. So the two brothers, tag team, kill the Shadow Fiend.
You can't defeat him alone. Call for backup.
Yeah.
Please tell your supports to come to your lane. It is not a disgrace when a mid player is asking for help.
No.
You know, some players feel bad when, oh no, I don't want to ask for help. It means I'm losing my lane.
No, it's useful.
You'll be surprised. There are some players that think like
And
this.
pro players.
Aspiring. Yeah. New players that don't have much experience, but they feel bad about asking for help in the game.
Yeah. The fact that you got away with this build in Big Team, this is not the build yet, you can get away with it. I said it, like, if you know how this matchup plays pretty well and you can kill it,
because it
killed.
removes the stack count on the raise as well, right? When you get raised once and then use disseminate, does it remove the no, it doesn't.
It's just to wait the next one.
See, that's a basic.
I don't think it does. Okay.
Oh, so you still have the stack. Catapult wave.
Oh, the Astro Step! Surprise, surprise! Carl is here! Has no fear. Mac just gets killed easily.
Oh, he is actually doing a great job outlaning the Shadow.
He really is. And Jennifer also rotating over well. It's like when your mom tells you like your brother's broke and your mom's like, you have to help your brother. He's your brother. You have to support him. And I would have known the child. Yeah, that's what I see.
You know, that's like how the younger brother always abuses the older brother. Mom, Jamie's taking my ball again, but he's actually laughing because you're actually not doing anything. You're just sitting on it.
Did you used to do that?
Nope.
Yeah, okay. I can see a younger brother smile when I...
I'm the oldest.
The oldest. Ah, okay.
I was the victim.
Alright. Losing the Tiny there is not that big a deal, to be honest. I think they're procuring the... Actually, no issue. The catapult wave and stuff seemed a bit ignored this time.
Well, they made a move mid to kill the SF, and now Spectre's level 6. But I think it's dead. Yeah,
the only catapult left is here.
Radiants are scanning.
Okay, now they have a dust. And they might kill Bok. Bok, kind of a sense from in time. There's a burst strike, doesn't want to get frozen. That makes perfect sense. Raven still chasing after him, a bit slow. Takes the Spectral Dagger, but Bok, tanky enough. Survive all the Desolate, of course. There's a rotation though coming in from the Tiny, but there's also a kill in the top lane where CML is being chased down by Carl. Astral steps ready, and CML is dead. They want to, in fact, they see the courier, but Carl doesn't see the time. It's night. He could have actually killed him.
Yep, the Void is going top right now to get the PA. PA is going to be in trouble soon if he doesn't run away. He's dead. Dead. Oh, nice blink, but still dead.
Down. Yeah, he's... That was easy for them.
Yeah, the Void Spirit has too far of a lead right now in the game. That's why he's able to make... the move that he's making probably comes at around 8 minutes in a normal game. Like if everything goes according to plan. But because of the start that he's given, he's able to abuse it even faster. PA wasn't really aware of, didn't see the rotation coming in. But there was a ward mid, so maybe they should have known that the Void Spirit was Nevertheless, they made a mistake. Void Spirit capitalized. 8-minute rune.
Oh, the runes will go down, but careful. That's the greed. That's the arrogance. Carl gets killed. Of course, Boomy was in the road.
How actually does he actually do that? Look, there's a ward. He sees
The tiny.
the tiny.
He thought he could beat
He's
him.
very cocky.
He thought he
This
could
guy is a
outplay
very
him.
cocky player. Like, what are the odds of you getting to that rune? Like, close to none.
Ah, no, mate. I would have to see the GG bet odds for that. But I do agree. I don't know.
Look, it happens a lot on this guy. He always like doesn't really play towards what vision he has. The only thing he plays to is his own cockiness and his own. Like, he thinks that he can do whatever he wants. That's how he actually plays. If you watch his game, you watch his game. Look at how he plays.
He did win against a Shadow Feed lane, you know, so there's some skill to back that up.
Yes.
He does put his money where his mouth is. But at the same time, his mouth maybe a bit too.
I mean, the thing about this kind of players, yes, you get a lead, but you also throw it away because of the way you're playing. It's like a double-edged sword, right? Yeah. You tend to hear players always talking about how much they value, or coaches or captains, they value stability, you know. You can't have too many of the same kind of, say you have 5 players, right? Your mid player is like a risky player. Then you need to have a reliable carry and a stable offlane. If everyone plays the same, then you're not going to win.
But some risk is good, though.
Yes, when you're losing the game. So you need to do something to turn the game around.
Okay, it's time to get a counter kill on Sheffer. Oh, one more hit. A bit too slow. The lucky shot. Wow, really? Oh, because he used a long range raise.
Set up the middle range.
Yeah, it's the middle raise.
But they're getting the tower. They defended the top tower, and they are moving. They're moving towards the bot lane here.
This mod is good. Committed for the PA. And PA could be in trouble. See, the Eternal hit. Perfect.
Perfect.
And we can say a lot of things about Carl's attitude with his playstyle. The guy,
Yeah, he's very nice.
he really is.
Very, very cocky. But this is the one thing that I don't like Adriot, because a lot of the times when they are committing to hitting tower, but they do it with 3 players.
Oh,
Movie before.
I've seen this move before. It's ending well for Adroit for now as they kill the AA and they see an epicenter.
PA is thinking, how is this ending now when the carry dies? The carry died. How is this a good ending?
I'm trying to balance out your comments, mate.
Balance out my comment?
Comments, yeah. I'm trying to see the positive side of it.
With the flame. Play, you know. I believe.
Winter is analysis. Rolling Thunder might actually get this
Okay, that's a
Yeah, it's 100% a meme. Are you kidding me, mate?
So right now, here comes the strength of the channel asset. They're starting to move up. They had a hiccup in the lane.
Oh, no way.
But Void,
No way.
he tries.
Carl.
He has no.
Carl, if he gets away.
Charges
If
left.
he gets away.
He has no TP. He has no charge. How is that worth it? How is the kill worth it?
Deflate. He has Astral Step. He thinks he can get away. He thinks he can get away. It is mine.
How can you get? Okay, you have no charges in your Astral Step. You have no TP.
Yep.
You are expecting you go for the kill at a position 5 hero.
Yep.
Like, that is no way a correct thing. There's no way.
Whatever, really the whole time I'm trying to balance it out. Fuck. Cold feet stopped. Yeah. I agree, that was...
And that is how he plays Dota. Now you know what I mean about.
He's a great player, but he needs some...
I don't think he's a great player. I think he's a very skilled player, but without discipline.
Right.
He will be a great player if he has that skill and the same discipline.
But the other thing is, don't you think it's harder to teach skill or discipline?
Discipline is harder to teach because most of the players right now, because I think the skill level of Dota has gotten closer among the players throughout the years. I think if you're talking about 4 or 5 years ago, there's definitely a bigger gap between the top tier players and the aspiring players. But right now I think it's very close. If you look at a lot of the skill level is near. It's more about like how you draft, how you play as a team, discipline, over skills, playing your area. Not trying to do too much, you know.
So would you rather have say a tier 3 pro that's not as skilled but is disciplined?
Dyer's middle tower.
Would you rather?
is under
Then of course
attack.
not, of course. skill is very important.
Okay.
Without skill, because I think you want them to have skill, and then you, even though it's harder to train,
Yeah, but there's a baseline. Say
the
it
skill has to be
reaches the baseline.
the skill has to be the baseline for sure.
And discipline is the add-on. That
Yeah,
makes
the
it
add-on.
0-1.
Yes. It's like talking about, oh, this guy has a lot of talent but no hard work. But you need to have the talent in the first place,
Yes.
so that you can actually have that ceiling, you know, of how much you can accomplish. But there's also another saying about if you work hard enough, you still get to where you are. But I think that there are certain players in Dota that everyone give, you know, they are actually just better than everyone else.
Yeah, of course. It's very obvious. You
Yeah.
can tell. Even the casters talk about it. When a 2K guy can notice that you're better than everyone else, then you're probably pretty great.
Yeah, so right now, state of the game for Radiant is about delaying until they have this Radiance. Because he has... Okay, maybe not delaying until he has Radiance or the PA.
I don't know what that play was, Chef. I don't know about that one. You were next to a tier 1. The TPs were
Yeah,
obvious.
that
You
was
didn't see anyone on
not,
them.
it was not your home.
It was not your home. You crossed the line. Mac?
So now Spectre TP. He hunts bottom and he TPs back top.
Well, I mean, that's the smartest play. Man.
It's the right play, but
It's funny.
he just felt like, oh, you guys shouldn't have brought me down here. I wanted to farm top.
What did you do to me, slaves?
Attack.
I told you I wanted the gold.
The kill secure, right, as Spectre, which is very, very crucial for accelerating yourself to get to the Radiance. I think that's like one of the best heroes, carry heroes, that you always ask for the kill. Or you, when you're playing support with a Spectre, you always want to give him the kill.
Of course, yeah, because that's how you accelerate time. Of course, that's the whole point of time. Oh, Ice Blast. Oh, the Ice Blast. Will hit right now. Oh, but will hit. That's the kicker. That's how Sheffer goes to the grave. And everyone just
Space.
created in the middle lane. Those creeps. Oh, that's. I'm assuming you already used the
And now he recalls. Shadowfin here.
Carl.
Nice use of the Chen. Can they push the tower though? The Sand King's coming over.
I don't know, Carl, what your positioning, mate. They have toss as well. Astral Step. Yeah, he has one.
Look at what he's doing. Like he's
taunting.
so arrogant. Like what he's so cocky.
Oh, Aether Remnant. I think he's just outplay him.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
He's just like saying, "Come and get me, bro."
Yeah, it is. Yeah. How old is Carl?
He used to be young, but now he's still like
That is the
early.
case of most people, that they start young and then they become old.
He's still young. Definitely younger than me.
That's also still very. I mean, that's a huge range. How old are you, Winter, again? 50?
Yeah, 51.
Okay.
Smoke. They want to reclaim the bot area. Why are they not going top? She should be going.
The one reclaim bot.
They didn't have a ward though, but I think they kind of guessed that the PA was there, but now he's
Well,
out.
The reclaim bot
Radiant's
don't just
middle
stop the
tower
PA
is
from
under
action.
Yeah,
attack.
but I want to go towards my Void Spirit to fight. I want to fight with him.
Sure.
And then the Spectre should be across the map so he can haunt and fight here. That is what is most ideal. The Sand King is not supposed to be able to play like this, but because there is a ward, smoke broke, so they saw the heroes in the jungle, so the Sand King just came on and farmed that way.
Yeah.
Oh, the tower!
Oh wow, what a
Radiant's
play!
middle tower has fallen.
This is
So,
why Boomy deserves the MVP.
Yep, but you were always chanting MVP for CML. Go CML, go CML. Boomy deserves equal recognition.
They both deserve recognition. Agree. I just have to pick one name. CML is easier to. I mean, I'm not
But
voting.
CML is three, like, you have to say three
syllables.
three syllables. Like, Boomy is like, Boomy, one.
It's not one. You dyslexic. Boomy.
Okay.
We're gonna find the ice slicing area into Tiny, and now this could turn into a kill. Boomy in trouble. Maybe a bit too cocky. The Rolling Thunder will secure this kill. Yes, Boomy's running. And the pinball continues, trying to stop all of those creep. Oh, that is a
That
He
was,
plays so well. He's very skilled.
yeah, he's very skilled. I'm not disagreeing. I said he was a very
I agree.
skilled player.
I'm just always surprised though.
But the full package is skill and discipline.
Yeah, but you can learn the discipline though. I don't know why you say that it's not that hard to learn this.
he does not fear the whip. That's why he does not have discipline.
I mean, I would rather that you don't discipline people with violence, but you know, if that's the only option you have. I've seen a lot of players.
He's been around a long time, and
Carl?
and he's always playing similar.
Yeah, but don't you find that some other players that learn discipline a bit later? Male's a good example. He had discipline a bit later in his career. He was really good in the beginning, where he could get away with skill, and then he learned discipline, and now he's one of the best.
All right, I get your point.
I just have belief. I think the guy can be taught. You just need a good father.
The right teacher. Yeah, the teacher.
A good role model. Like Fear was a great role model, for example, because he's legend. You have to respect him. You can't not respect him.
He's a dad.
He is now too. Yes. That is a good point. Yes, and obviously him being a father makes you respect.
He's actually a dad, so he's a legit father figure.
I don't think that's how it works, for sure. Yeah. Okay, A is tanking the smoke there.
Yes, they didn't check they didn't put the vortex to check. They have a sentry there, right? Yeah.
They did not check.
See, it backfired. The bot actually backfired this time.
Yeah. Now
But they only lost a support, so it wasn't that big of a deal in the end. Do they have Radiance on Spectre now? Soon. 300 gold. Delay. Shouldn't think it's like.
It's taking quite a while
Radiant's
to
bottom tower is under attack.
Dude,
they haven't been able to give him space.
look at his net worth. He's about the same as his Shadow Fiend.
Oh yeah, for this game, yeah, I'm just talking. Clearly pushing. I mean,
What is the standard timing?
for Radiant?
Yeah.
What? 17.
Oh, that's so bad. The 17, 18, you have 8.5k net worth or 8.6.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Timing is pretty fast.
You're like expecting everything to go so well for a weak laner.
It's not me, mate. I'm just looking at the stats.
Dyer's
Where?
top tower is under attack.
I thought you didn't think I had a sight in mind, huh? Actually, he got his header. Never mind. That was wrong. Finished.
With Radiance, yeah?
With Radiance and the Ice Blast killing the Tiny first, then go to the Shen, 2 points down. I mean, this time to break down the quarters. Do you think that was tanking too? Yule Scepter? Sheffer? Yeah.
I think he kills with start. Was that his use? The second was dead anyway, but he needed to do that to kill him like this.
Yeah, 'cause it's cooler. I mean, you ever watched anime?
Yeah, I mean, I won't disagree. He's one of the most stylish players in the city.
I don't think he had 8. I guess he had
Yules? Completely wrong.
Has Yules? No, he has
That's
Yules.
not his use.
No, SM has Yules. Now he has Yules. Now he's a Revenant. No, he uses it. Look at that primal efficiency. He waited a second to put
Yeah, I know. And he still remembers the tip.
That is the most important part.
The tip is the most important.
Tip is the most... Okay, I mean, that fight was actually well disengaged by Adriot though, but they went a bit too far.
They were on enemy territory. That was not their home. They were on the low ground.
What else would you do there though? The second, oh, he had no burrow strike. It was actually very close in the burrow strike though. It was 1 second, so I don't think it was just highly. Someone defend Carl. What an evasion by Carl. They missed the burrow strike. This man cannot be caught.
I will wait for the right moment. This man will not be caught.
You told me that. That's gonna bite me.
So what are the odds of him getting caught? Look at the odds.
Look at the odds. Geek fam, people are not trusting the Carl. People are trusting Adriot much more.
Dyer's middle tower is
It's
under
your turn
attack.
to show your trust for Carl.
People favor discipline. People favor discipline. No?
Yeah? Fair to say. I mean, I don't think they're just voting because of Carl. Like, I don't think people are like, what do I like more? Just player creativity.
He's going even for the Death Sword. It's like, wow.
I think this was a bad item this game.
I think like you would want to have an axe because you want to silence the Sand King and the Chen, all the backlines. Like, if you're going Death Sword, it's implying that you think that the Spectre is not going to do any damage.
Yeah, but he went for Radiance.
And the axe, I feel, is better with the Ice Vortex because you can do more damage with the aura, whatever you want to call it.
Scanning.
And it gives you stats, you know, so you're more survivable. You don't just die to a dagger, like a barrel strike dagger.
Okay. The counterpoint here being that he's playing against relatively low.
But this is how he plays Dora. He doesn't care.
Sure. I mean, yeah, but there's also a counterpoint they made that he's playing against relatively low farmer heroes, which he can abuse with Desert. Plus, he's going for a physical damage build.
Are fortified. Dyer's
I mean, like, yeah, I
middle
like
tower
talking
is
about the
under
player
attack.
and everything, but I think there's a lot.
But the
It's under
item,
attack.
when you look at the hero, you don't know who's playing the hero, right? You look at the item and you know roughly who is actually playing the hero.
Sure.
I mean, you are the one who talked about, you brought up The itemization has to suit the character
Is under attack.
That's true. Suit the playstyle.
and the playstyle.
I mean, I'm not making your assumptions on character based on what item. This later said hero.
High ground. Beware of the high ground.
Ice blast. Pretty solid though to disengage, honestly. It's only two. Oh no, two good. But in comes Carl. In comes Carl.
There you demote Cuckoo Lord.
No, but Carl's here to save the day. He's the true carry. Finds the SF. Should be easy with the mark. Mac, not quite dead yet. Carl, aggregate some space to assimilate. Where's the help from his team? Where's the heart? Where's the help? Spectre not nearby anyway. Now finally Carl has to get away, realizing his mistake. He went a bit too deep. Protected with Radiance will guarantee the kill on the PA. And Carl helped him gain the space. Carl helped him win this fight with the Ice Blast a second time.
Yes, he
He's
did.
down. He can't. Oh, he can kill the Ember, but he can't get away either.
He played that fight so well. It didn't start so good because they were trying to run out the high ground without vision. The Pango got focused. I think he wasn't able to get off his Rolling Thunder. He got comboed by the Shadow Fiend. Died right away. But the PA, I think he might have popped the BKB a little bit too early, and he couldn't fight anymore at the tail end of the engagement. Maybe they shouldn't chase down because they had the high ground and they tried to, because they killed the Pango right away. They got confidence, right?
Yep.
You want to take the fight. Like,
Yes,
watch
no.
here.
Actually,
Oh, this is already after the...
Dire's bottom tower is under
Alright,
attack.
so they went down the low ground, they tried to chase, they took the fight, and Spectre's happy here because he's dealing Radiance damage.
Dire's
He has-
middle tower
yeah,
has fallen.
they're fighting a choke point, so Spectre does a lot with the dagger and the Radiance, and you don't even have BKB on the PA anymore, so he's just dying to all the magic damage from the AA, from the Void Spirit, from the Spectre.
the team fight lasted so long, you got two Ice Blasts. So
Yeah, like the moment you use the BKB charges, you have to win the fight right there.
I agree. And then retreat. If you don't win it by dead, you retreat.
Or at least hold a position where you have high ground, you have some sort of advantage. Because if you chase and the fight goes down to a low ground, a neutral area, then you don't possess any advantage and you don't have BKB. So you're more likely to lose the fight.
They thought they could punish Carl.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, well, I actually feel like
Radiant's
sometimes when you're
bottom
playing,
tower has fallen.
you're his opponent, right? You're playing against this kind of play. You actually get angry and you might make emotionally based decisions because
get it.
how is he getting away with it? You get triggered, right? But you have to remain calm even though he's doing stuff like this in front of you. He's dancing, he's tangoing in front of you. You have to make the right decision and be calm.
Yeah, there is a point to be said about the value of a player like that. If you learn discipline with a player like that, he can talk to you like
Yeah,
that.
that's why he will become a very, very good player if he learns this.
Thompson was gone. Not necessarily the end of the first part, but he was talking to you infuriating with
Yes.
both for very extreme
But
players.
he would be also very disciplined. Like he
Precious
learned discipline eventually and he became such a good player.
Yeah. Partially as well because OG is a team that they trade the bunch of people too.
Yeah, they're
They
very
were,
good
they were
at
experienced at
getting the best out of someone.
They did the same thing with Miracle, I would argue. OG was one of the reasons why Miracle became good. Oh, with the first strike. His Rolling Thunder still. Oh, wait, with the Frost Buckle, healing back up. Taking the Rolling Thunder off. Cuckoo will survive. Now thinking about going
Double
for
damage.
engage. Realizing it's not a great idea. Here comes Carl though. Nice stomp there by the Centaur. Carl looking for blood. Gonna find the chin. And that's only support. PA, why are you going back in? Is the BKB still available? Okay, they catch Carl and finally punish his cockiness to wreck him of soul.
But that's good for the Spectre because now the BKB charges are down. The lower the BKB charges, the better it is for the Spectre. He's going to be happy with fights happening like this. Yeah, sure, they killed Carl. He's a core. But at the end of the day, is he really the win condition? No, Spectre's the win condition.
Yeah, Carl's was the to help.
He's the distraction. I mean, he is the distraction that
I
feels
just
a lot.
cannot believe Winter's talking about Carl this way. Oh my god. Why is he so biased against him?
He has a good item now. He has a medallion, so he has armor.
He went
armor.
for the, I told you, he went for an armor reduction build. I think there's a logic behind that.
He still feels like a glass cannon because
He is.
magic damage, right? Sand King, Tiny, Shadow Fiend, they're all magic. Sure, you have armor against the PA, but you're still gonna die if you get caught in the stun. And your teammates have no save. You don't have like an Oracle, Shadow Demon. Like when you have those kind of heroes and you play like this, play more risky build, I can get it. But then again, this is his way of Dota. His style,
What do you mean the style? The glass cannon style?
the glass cannon style, and he's a very high risk
Dire's
player.
top tower is under attack.
That's why when you put him on a team, You don't want to put him. You don't want to put him on a win condition hero because of how.
inconsistent.
Yeah, because he's inconsistent and the way he plays makes a lot of space for the win condition. So you want to pair with a Raven kind of player,
Oh, yeah,
a very
very-
stable, safe player, so that there's some sort of cohesion in the team, some sort of balance.
So you like the good kind of competition?
Yeah, that is good. I don't like their draft, but they have a very good composition.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, here, BKB. Back to though. Going down really low as a string. There's the Haunt. Raven getting away. Raven playing around the illusion. Raven for an outline. He's going the other way. You missed him. Raven just tricked you, and thanks to Cuckoo, they got enough space. They also managed to kill Natsumi and Max straight up. With Swashbuckle finding another kill onto the Chen. And Tiny flying in the air, coming back down. They're playing around with him. They're just controlling it. They don't even need to hit him. Triple kill. Raven played this so well. That's the consistency you were talking about. You're on point, mate.
Thanks for backing me up.
I'm always backing you. Just go.
Never back me up. Break dinner, you just took all my food.
Yesterday, we were actually eating in a back alley, and this guy came and said, "Winter, give me your food!" And I just ran. I think they were shot for free then.
So the state of the game right now is even though they kind of won this fight easily, but I still feel like better execution. They still have a lot of damage to kill them, so they have to be careful. Like the fights, if they get the jump, great. Spectre is probably the last. I think among the Radiant heroes, he's probably the last person you want to jump first as Dire. You probably have to kill AA, Pango. Yeah, these are the heroes that you actually. Void Spirit even, because if you actually get the Barrel Strike into stun pulse on the time, you can kill him.
Is under attack.
You don't really want to touch the Spectre. Even without the Aegis, you still don't want to touch him because he takes too much kill.
Yep.
But if you kill everyone else and the Spectre's left alone, doesn't matter. He has no stuns. He has no backup. So they go on here. They go on the Spectre. They stun.
Yes, they go everything on the Spectre. But
And he's taking, he's taking too long for them to kill, and the roll comes in. Control, they took the area. BKB is down. The moment the BKB is down, the PA dies. The SF dies. Look, all of them die. No BKB. They just melt to the magic damage.
A lot of credit given there to Cuckoo.
Yeah, he saved the fight.
Yeah.
He was the chaos maker there, not Carl.
Yeah, Cuckoo was on point there, and also that's what you talk about the BKBs, right? BKBs are down, Cuckoo can go in, and you can't you beat the Rolling Thunder.
They need to be very, very mindful of how they use it.
It's down very low. Okay, I don't know about this play. They go the high ground now. Oh, okay, they actually have a Haunt going right in for the 10 I saw. Is this TP going to complete? They can't have enough damage. They do! Mac! TP's not good enough. Even our observer didn't believe it.
Okay, so now I think Raiden is full control. They killed the SF again. They forced BKBs, they took the bounty runes. They're taking everything away. So right now what remains of Dire's territory is just the base. They can't even go to the triangle. The PA is so afraid of farming outside of the map right now. He won't get much space to farm from now on. He needs to finish Basher, Satanic, Abyssal Blade. Wow, he was actually close to.
He was not close to getting.
He was actually close to leaving.
That was a bit of a free. Oh, there's Axe by the way. And Mac thinking going in, evades the Barrel Strike. Oh, with the double last step, he thinks he can kill Pumi. Maybe that's a bit
How
too
many
much.
spells is he dodging?
He's using all last steps though. Now he's a pickle. BKB, Carl, how are you getting away? 3 more seconds, last step. No, see? You're right. That's exactly proving your point. He played amazingly that fight, but at the same time, using double astral step.
Yeah, why did he need to do that?
Yeah.
Why can't he just use it one time and just always have an option? Like
Because he evaded everything.
Yeah, it feels like he doesn't, when he plays Dota, he doesn't have a plan B. He just wants to go in, and it's always a one-way ticket. If it's a two-way ticket, yeah, great. He doesn't care about the exit plan. There's only one way and one way forward. If he kills you, it's either he kills you, kills all of you, and he lives, or you kill him.
Oh.
It's very dangerous to have this kind of player.
It is.
For the enemy and for yourself.
He's unpredictable to say the least, right?
Yeah,
because
very,
it's
very
all depending on his skill level.
But you kind of know he's predictable in some ways because you know he's going to want to go for the kill.
Yes.
That's why you can bait these kind of players easily.
Right, but Adriot is not particularly doing that. I mean, they kind of did that maybe once or twice.
They were on the other side of the bait.
Yeah, they're getting baited by. That's true. They're getting baited because they're actually. You can tell.
They were triggered. How is this guy doing this in front of us? How?
Yeah, yeah. But because he's not in the win condition, as you mentioned, this creates a lot of space, right?
Yeah,
For their
that's why it's very important for them to know in the draft. You do not want to put the win condition on this guy.
No.
You always want the backup win condition or the main win condition. Maybe he can be a semi-win condition on Storm Spirit.
Yeah,
Fits his kind of playstyle. But you should always have a carry. Because of the way he's playing, he's probably going to feed. He's going to feed one way or the other because of the way he's playing. So you need someone to back everything up. And that's when Raven comes into play in the game plan.
No, Raven's one of the more consistent carries.
Yep, he has Aegis, he's standing in front.
Oh, that's a nice little BKB available.
Another BKB charge down.
I think that's
Spectre's laughing. Another BKB.
I mean, forcing that is huge.
Yeah, I think he's already down to 5 seconds.
Dire's
BKB.
middle tower is under
Yeah,
I think that was a 5 second.
really bad now.
Because you know there's no BKB. No, they're going.
Another BKB charge.
Oh, that's also SF maybe dying. He has
Radiant's
TP.
tops are
There's no bash.
Carl's dead. He solo killed him.
Carl, how did he die? Oh, right.
Red film. Yules.
Hey, Yules.
Because he has no BKB.
All right, yeah, of course. He should have a BKB actually at this point, especially because he played.
I think he's gonna buy BKB. There's no such thing as lacking bar in the
That's
dictionary.
that's only for bad people, right? If you're a bad player, you buy BKB. It's not just to bait the spell.
I mean, I feel like he's going so YOLO, he's just gonna go for like the Daedalus, you know?
Okay, Shepard. It's fine, thanks to the axe. Yeah, I guess they don't have many stuns for the Spirit Boys either, do they? I mean, Burrow Strike is really the only
Radiant's top
reliable.
tower.
Zephyr is again like he's always playing so well on this kind of
Radiant's
odd
top
position
tower
4
has
heroes.
fallen.
I mean, it's
You see the
it's
Emperor
not
being
that
better.
odd when you think about what he's supposed to do in the game, right? Because it's like you're like an Earth Spirit, kind of like an Earth Spirit. You're running around, slight change. You're setting up disables, and you have like some form of damage.
If you see the Emperor before was much better.
Yeah, it's better than I can see it's better than Stanley.
He's been playing it well. It's not enough to like think hardly uncommon. It's not.
It's not uncommon, but he's still playing it though. He's utilizing, he's doing a lot.
Whoa, what an evasion there. And now he's wasting their time, Shepard. Actually tanking this nicely. They get a lucky shot. They force the BKB out of the PA. Can they continue this further? Can they kill the PA here? Can they force them out? Raven just chasing after a Spectral Dagger. They wanted to get a lucky shot. Cuckoo is not lucky today. Cuckoo.
Oh, he's going in. He has Aegis.
Yeah, Raven.
Oh no, no Aegis.
Nah, he's realizing that it's a mistake. No, it's not Aegis.
So
If he got a lucky shot there, the PA was dead.
yeah, because of the slow. Yeah,
Yeah, of course. Yeah, not because.
not because of this. Well, you said we have to be clear about things, you know. Sometimes
I
people
totally
don't
agree.
understand.
I agree. Yeah.
Precious bounty.
Look, he's not going big. He's going Lincolns because why not?
Why the Lincolns?
He wants to block the rules. Like, why else would you buy Lincolns and the Barrow Strike?
Wow, that's not a bad idea.
I mean, most of
Oh, Raven, that BKB.
he has Horn. But he just needs to get out.
Oh,
Regen,
BKB,
regen.
out. Those BKB turns are done. He don't think him fight this. He wants to get out. Oh, the Pango stuck at that. Well, that's already steeping up. He could have fought that actually if the Pango got a nice roll.
It's still gonna be a bit risky though, because you see where the other
And
heroes.
Raven doesn't take this.
Yeah, and it's Raven. You know, Raven doesn't take. Yeah, he doesn't take those risks.
He's actually such a consistent.
That's why the more you talk about this, the more you understand their composition, why their team,
Why they're starting to work.
yeah, why they work well together.
Yeah, because I agree. I don't find that Ryoya was the same.
Yeah. Ryoya was more of like he's a very safe player, so he doesn't.
But he's a safe utility player. Though.
Yeah, that's why it doesn't work so well. Because then who's actually making the plays for the carry?
You can put someone to Moon who's not undisciplined, but he's a relatively risky-ish
Yes.
player as the utility.
Risky with discipline.
Which Carl can reach. Go.
Oh, hello.
Raven.
He's not the first guy you want to go on.
Okay. She's baiting you here.
Radiant's middle
Like they
Can they fight? They have the
nowhere
high
to
ground.
kill him there.
They preserve the high ground here. So at least the droid, the high ground might not be as strong as you thought. Swashbuckle, they're gonna free kill on the tiny at least. The Rolling Thunder? Stopped by the Burrow Strike block, you god. He said, I don't care if I die, for I have saved my PA today. He is the martyr that we need, but do not deserve.
The Dark Knight.
Is that what the phrase comes from? He's the hero we need, but we don't deserve.
Yeah. No, am I wrong?
I mean, I believe you, I just never watched. I'm trolling, I am. Sorry.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
Persian, oh. Yeah, sorry, but the other tower. I don't know why. I forgot how bad 25 talents are.
Who gets the other one? Like dispersion. Like you always get the dispersion.
Who gets the? I gotta do more on. I gotta lose this.
When would you actually get the one? I don't think it's anything similar because the dispersion is also damage.
So I don't know. Maybe more.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Maybe
is
the
under attack.
talents like it lowers. Instead of giving it more damage, I think I would consider it. Like
Oh yeah, lower cooldown.
The axe is actually pretty decent. The single target.
Yeah, the single target is right. That could be a talent. I can't believe how much the
Dire's middle
illusion
tower has been denied.
took down the tier 2 alone. Natsumi cannot kill them in time. He's missing too many hits. He's going for Rapier. Actually, PS one of the best heroes to use. Thomas Relic is fantastic.
100% coup de grace. 25. X.
Oh, make it easy to secure this. And the triangle. No, they have no vision. Silver keeps saved his life. And Balk is now dead instead. And Matt, or Carl, wants to go further. They find another support. That was unnecessary to simulate, but maybe Carl.
He's all about the style points. Remember the earlier kill the use was not necessary, but he wanted to use, kill him with the use.
As he went. I love the Astral Step. My favorite. It reminds me of Japanese.
Dire's middle tower is under
You
attack.
are anime person, right? You know all the lores, you know the anime, you know all the random facts on the internet.
Don't categorize my own self.
I mean, the PA has already got your I feel even if you get the rapier, right? It's very hard for him to cut through the factor.
Because you almost kill yourself
Dire's
with this
middle
first,
tower has fallen.
to be honest.
I think it's very, very difficult. You need to... What does he need to do? I think someone needs to get Silver Edge.
Yes.
How are they going to kill the Spectre?
Yeah, oh wow. Whoever even knows which one was going to get Silver Edge, we didn't have to say. Not to be a Shadow Fiend.
Like, no one else can buy a Silver Edge.
Dire are scanning.
Okay, that's
Yep.
Who was Thanos Relic, by the way? No, oh, Red, more
Your song has fallen to the radiant.
Thanos Relic next year is incredibly bugged items.
What doesn't work? Chronosphere doesn't work on it, right?
No. Like, for example, supposed to increase all
Radiant's
debuffs, right?
middle tower
But
is
tons of
under
debuffs
attack.
like slow and stuff don't work with it. Like all of Venom's spells don't work with it.
But why?
I don't know. That's why I don't.
Is it a bug? Oh, it's meant to be that way, right?
Is it? I don't think so, because they're debuffs. For example, it works with most stuns, as far as I know. But I know that it doesn't work with Lucky Shot either. It works with a bunch of them. It's incredibly inconsistent. I'm not really sure how the coding came for that. That was very sad as a Venom player. Every time I get
As a Venom player.
Yeah, because
Are you
every
sure
time
you want to reveal that
that's
as a
okay.
Venom?
You're talking about techies, so I think we're even here. Because you get Thomas Relic, you use Poison Owl, you think, oh, Poison Owl will last forever, but it does not. It lasts the same amount. Maybe it has to do with DPS.
Try a bit harder next time.
The line.
Like how is he clearing the creeps?
Oh, right, with the... What is he?
No, it's smoked. That's not right.
Oh, wow. You're right, he was just... We're all reaching level 25. We got some late stun here on Void Spirit. I actually tried killing him now, honestly, without targeting spell.
I mean, he's the guy that will play Puck with the Yules and Lincolns. He's that guy.
Cool.
Carl, when he's playing Puck, he has Yules and Lincolns and you can't ever kill him. I think Puck is the perfect hero to describe him.
Dire's bottom tower
Annoying
is under
bugger.
attack.
Some of these get weirdly
Dire's
personal.
bottom tower has
No,
fallen.
because when you're playing support, right, like there are certain players that always like make that extra step to kill you, to come and kill you. And normal players, they wouldn't, like when you're standing in certain positions, they wouldn't even try risk it to kill you. But when you're playing against Carl, he always tries to kill you. That's why when you're playing support against him, you remember this guy.
That's true. I guess you played against him in your pub. Is that what you're saying?
Even in competitive games, like, he always tries to go for the extra kill. Go the extra mark.
It makes you hate your life.
Yeah, it's very annoying to play against him. Because normal people won't take that risk.
Like he will.
Yeah, he will.
He's the E of the TAs.
Like, so look at how difficult it is when like, the Spectre runs in. They can't even touch it. And the voice crew is just jumping in and out, trying to bait you to pop your BKBs. When you pop your BKBs, you know you lost the game.
Yeah, you know you're lost. It's all about the discipline against Carl. And you're also so infuriated, you just want to go at him and kill him, but you know it's not going to work.
Yeah.
Yeah. True king. Constantly assimilating the latest different daggers, making sure you can't damage it. Use a guard to see if they can defend these towers.
I wouldn't disagree. He's one of the stylish players from the series. The style.
Heck, oh, that is a Divine Rapier for sure now. Valk used his epicenter. Must be a Divine Rapier, right? Oh, not yet. Oh, that was just a brutal crit.
25 talents.
Yeah, 25 talents, I guess. By the first kill on Valk. Skull, baiting this Rakima Skull. He starts the agent, so he can play extra aggressively. He's going for Mac. He already catches him. I think Mac's done for it. Yes, into the PA trouble. Series chains with Shepherd's Spirit Bomb. They try to toss her, but they only toss for 4. And without PA, it doesn't matter. Divine Rapier, 100 seconds outer. Useless. I think that bounce it. Because of course he does. He gets away, sure. They lose Shepherd. They want to clear this out. They're timing the fountain to secure this game. Carl's taunting. GG, Carl.
Yep, he's definitely the MVP here. No question.
He honestly played.
Him and maybe you could make an argument for the Ember Spirit. Separate the game. But I would favor, I think, the Void Spirit and the Ember Spirit because they are brothers, number one, and they, you know, I remember the plays more, you know, compared to the. No offense to Kuku.
They were very
yeah,
clutch.
but they were clutcher.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. Honestly, Zephyr on the floor was impressive.